All right, let's do it, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. What up, man? You already know what it is, man. It's your boy G Bush. First of all, let me make sure. We good. We good. Let me turn myself up in the headphones a little bit. Y'all good out here? See, we ain't gonna play no games. We not gonna play no games today. We're gonna make sure the levels is good. We're gonna make sure everybody is ready to hear. We're gonna get right off into this, man. We're gonna get right into this thing. First of all, I want to welcome every single person that's going to be watching on YouTube, watching back on Twitter, watching back on Facebook, G Bush Live. Ready to go, ready to rock and roll, man. Appreciate y'all out there, man. Y'all good? We ready? Y'all good? Hey, man, throw them ones out if y'all can hear me in the chat. I want to make sure my vocals is real good. I want to make sure y'all can hear me. If I'm crystal clear, throw them ones in the chat. If I'm crystal clear, I want to play no games with them today. It's too important. We got to make sure my levels is good. No overmodulation. What up, Lucas Tyndall? I see you. We ready to go. We lit already. We already ready to go. And I want to let everybody know I got a special announcement today, too. I'm going to drop something special for y'all. Y'all been holding me down. I must drop something special for y'all. People been asking, yo, G Bush, what's up with the gear? What's up with the hats? I see you got the fruity colors and all this. Where can I get on? Where can I be a part of that barbershop gear at, man? And today I'm happy to announce that I got a really big announcement for y'all in terms of the merchandise. And I want to thank y'all, man. Everybody that's coming in here, please do me a favor and hit that like button. Please do me a favor and hit that like button, because the like button is what gets people like me shown to other people. If you're a Browns fan and you want Browns content to keep going, to keep prospering on the internet, to keep this movement up, please support the barbershop and please support content of someone who's doing this only from the Browns. I do this, it's a blessing to be able to come on here and have 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people like what I'm doing just based solo on Browns content. Let's be clear. I do some videos here or there, but the majority of what my base is Browns content. And so continue to support that. You can donate on Cash App. If you want to support the movement, want to support Barbershop, you can support on Cash App at $GBush91. Once again, that's $GBush91. Also, don't forget, we got Super Chat open and available. If you want to donate and do something on Super Chat, I got something that I'm really interested in talking about doing. If you want to really get in and do that, we support you and we thank you for doing that on Super Chat. And our goal is 20 Super Chats for today. But let's talk about it. What we really got to get to, and what everybody came to get to today, was the Cleveland Browns 2021 schedule is available. It's ready. It's out. We're going to break that down today. And we're going to get into it like we always do. First and foremost, we got questions. We got questions of the day. Most intriguing game on that schedule. The most intriguing game to you on that schedule. We want that in the chat immediately in terms of breaking this thing down. But even before we even get to that, I'm going to give you my most intriguing game. And let's start with none other than going back, being able to get that revenge on Patrick Mahomes, and going back to the scene of the crime, going back to where it all started, and that's going back to Arrowhead Stadium. You see me today. Follow me at GBush91. Follow me at GBush91 if you want the real. You heard what I said today. I'm excited. I'm excited about the opportunity to go back to the scene of the crime. I'm excited about that opportunity. And I think every single Cleveland Browns fan need to be excited about this. It ain't no half stepping now. It's a big boys league now. Big boys league now. You know why? You know what they gave to us week 1? They gave us Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and one of the most prolific offenses of all time. Right? Travis Kelce. You know what they gave us week 1? But if you're a Browns fan, you got to embrace that. Embrace that coldness. Embrace that challenge. Because right now, that just tells every single person that we ready to rock and roll. That the Browns and everybody in the NFL understands what's going on. They understand what our talent level is. I came on these airwaves last week, and I told you guys, what I tell you? They know we got a damn good football team. I told you that, didn't I? All the Aaron Rodgers trade stuff, they know we got a squad. And you know how we confirm that? You know how we confirm that today? Is you take a look at what they gave us week 1. They knew good and well they needed to come back with that. They come back with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs week 1 in Arrowhead. This game is a game that people are going to be spot shadowing all year. All summer, I'm ready for this game. I'm ready for this game right now. If they could go ahead and fast forward the rest of this stuff and get to this situation, I'm all for it. All hands on deck to get me back where we need to go in terms of getting what we need to do. Because everybody in Cleveland feels like this is unfinished business. Everybody in Cleveland should feel like it's unfinished business. And a note to the Kansas City Chiefs, and I got a lot of Kansas City Chiefs fans that rock with me, a lot of Kansas City Chiefs fans that subscribe to the Barbershop channel because they know how I give it up. When Patrick Mahomes was coming up through the ranks, I said, oh, this dude, I got a blog that called him the MVP after he played us here. I said, boy, that dude is a monster. He's going to be a problem. But here's one thing. The Cleveland Browns are on the cusp of being monsters too. Just because they got monsters over there, we got monsters over here too. And we're not going to give you some of the same things that we gave you last time. We're not going to let you capitalize on the same things that we let you capitalize before. You think Hollywood Higgins is going to drop that football? You think he's going to fumble off a helmet to helmet hit? No, we ain't doing that the next time we there. You think that Kevin Stefanski is going to abandon the run game and not give Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt the rock? Nah, that ain't going to happen again. And you're sure not getting that 3rd and 12 and 3rd and 14 scramble by Chad Henne. We cut all that out. We cut all that out on the defensive side of the football. If y'all going to be moving the football, it's going to be with Patrick Mahomes, and y'all going to be doing it methodically and Tyreek Hill and all them boys. But Chad Henne, the days of Chad Henne and backup quarterbacks running up and down the field on us are over. We've addressed a lot of things defensively. And if you are a Cleveland Browns fan, you should want nothing more than give yourself a barometer check, to give yourself a heart check, a pocket check, to see what kind of currency you got, to see what you building towards. Because even if they do come out there and forbid, I ain't doing no consolation prize, but if they do come out there and they do take an L during that thought process, you at least get the litmus test early. Steel sharpens steel. You get an opportunity to know what it is right now. Today, you're going to find out how you stack up against a Super Bowl contending team. You gonna know today. And some people are like, well, I just rather do it later. No, listen, you might as well get it out the way. You might as well go ahead and get that out the way. No, don't do that. Clean up your stuff now. It's like your what's the name tell your kids, your parent tell your kids, hey man, you might want to go ahead and get them chores out of the way on a Saturday, bro. You around here milling around, you get them chores out of the way. You could be outside playing. You're going to postpone it. Now you're looking around, people outside. You're hearing people playing and running and jumping, having fun. And you in the house still talk about, I'm still trying to hide clothes under my bed. We all know that was how we all cleaned our bed, by the way. I cleaned my room. I got it. I cleaned my room. Right in there. No, you didn't. You mean you threw everything in the closet or under the bed? Boy, we need to get a new playbook as children. But you might as well get it out of the way right now. Right now. Let's go. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it, man. My people out here, man, they already showing love, man. They already showing love. LA bro that says, man, you have on the new Jack City chain. You know what it is. And my brother's keeper? Of course. You know how I give it up on this channel, how I do. You know what I'm saying? I come with that flavor. I couldn't put the silvery chain on. I had to come with the heavy joint, the Cuban, the bust down Cuban, the heavy. This on my neck. I'm a little uncomfortable right now. Shout out to you. My man Mark Kahn says, Ravens buy, Ravens love it, G Bush. I'm telling you, man. I thank you so much for the super chat. I thank you guys so much for the super chat. You guys support me out here, bro. You guys always hold me down. People be like, yo, G Bush, I wish you was on 24/7. I wish you was on 5 days a week. You know what I thought? I said, yo, let's get disciplined and get this content to the people. If they'll support me, I'll come on here an hour and talk with y'all every single day. I thank you so much for that. Oh, my goodness. Jeremiah McElroy, J Mac, the opener, off bat, off top. But you know what that means? Long live the king. The king's dead. I'm the new king. You got to go take it from these dudes. And I'm excited about it. I'm thoroughly excited about the opportunity to come out here and talk to the Cleveland Browns. But I want to know what your most intriguing game of the schedule is. Before we get to some of these other ones, let's get to this chat and let me know what is some of your most intriguing games on the schedule. We talked about week 1. That's a great opportunity. But let's go down the list of these other games, because there's other opportunities in other games that the Cleveland Browns, have in store. Let's take a look at it. Week 1, Kansas City, 425. Nance, Tony Romo, late kickoff. People ain't been in the stands in over a year and a half. You in one of the loudest stadiums in the world. Jets flying overhead. Patrick Mahomes got his crazy hair out. But you know what we got on that other side of that sideline? We got a whole new cast of boys. Jadeveon Clowney sitting over there like this, next to Myles Garrett, just looking like a creative defensive line. You got Odell Beckham Jr. over there about to cry because he done made it back. Him and Jarvis Landry over there in the corner right before kickoff talking about what they going to do. Kareem Hunt is out there walking back and forth with that nervous energy. You know what we're talking about. But then you see that silent assassin, Nick Chubb, out here looking like I didn't eat the way I wanted to eat last time. You look at Baker Mayfield over there just foaming at the mouth like he a defensive lineman. They got our offensive line got to calm him down. Like, be cool, bro. You be cool out here. You messing around. You too hyped up. Let's go ahead and stop being amped up. And we got a brand new secondary out there. Whew. I'm just painting a picture, bro. Looking at Travis Kelce out there, I'm just painting a picture. I'm just wondering what kind of uniforms we got on that day. Man, I'm excited. Come on, boy. Stop playing with me. I'm excited. Let's continue to go on. So many people in the comment section. What you talking about, man? What you talking about? Everyone knows the Browns should have won that playoff game, and they know they got away with the helmet to helmet. Yes, they did. You're not going to get that again. Trust me. You think that was something that you was going to get? You're not getting that no more. Yeah, am I talking spicy? Yes, the spice is alive and well. But we got a lot to back that up. Let's get to the rest of this schedule and break this schedule down. There's a lot to get to. Week number two, Houston Texans. You got the Houston Texans at home. That's supposed to be a dub. That's a dub. I'm sorry. Listen, we're going to play the schedule game here. A lot of people, I'm going to hedge my bet, G. Bush. I'm going to hedge my bet on this one. I just want to, see the Browns make it to the last place they got last. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that today. We got the week number 2 at 1 p.m. That's a 1 p.m. kickoff. Houston Texans. Lord knows who will be behind center for the Houston Texans. It could be Tyrod Taylor. It could be, we don't know if it's going to be Deshaun Watson, whoever it is. This is a game the Cleveland Browns got to get, and I think they get it in a big way. Jadeveon Clowney gets an opportunity to come back and prove to the Texans that, hey, I was that dude. Don't forget you drafted me number 1 overall. Let's see if I can get home on the quarterback a couple times and make some plays on the football. I got the Browns winning that game, 1 o'clock, week 2. Let's move to week 3. Let's go to week 3. You didn't let us get our money off against the Bears. Week 3, 1 o'clock kickoff. Easy money. Easy money. Where we at with that? Who thinks in this section that the Bears game is something that's not a trap game for me? You're either gonna have Nick Foles in that game, you're gonna have Andy Dalton in that game. People forget Foles is still on that Bears team. You're gonna have Andy Dalton on that, or you got the young boy, Justin Fields. Either way, they don't got the skill positions. Either way, they don't got the offensive firepower. And either way, we're not scared by them. We at home that game, it's time to get healthy. That's a healthy game for us. That's a healthy game for us. We got to do it. What we say here, schedule game is for average teams. We in it to win the championship this season. We taking on whoever, whenever, where. I feel it. You know, wherever the game is, we're not chalking none of that up. To be truthful, we're not going to chalk that up. We're not going to chalk anything up, but we will go through the schedule and talk about who might be in trouble. Now we go to week 4. Now for me, the way this schedule sets up for me, this is a schedule where at first glance, you take a look at the Kansas City Chiefs, that game week 1. God forbid the Browns come out and take an L on the road. Ain't nobody going to be squeamish about that. Ain't nobody going to be losing their mind over that. It's a damn good football team. It's a Super Bowl contended team. It's the team that you got to go through to get where you need to go. If the Browns come out and get that dub, I'm clapping it up for them. I'm happy. I'm excited for them boys. I'm happy and excited for them. But if they take that L, are we going to be looking around like, oh my gosh, this is so bad? Come on. Andy Reid is one of the best coaches in terms of putting game plans together. Patrick Mahomes has not thrown an interception in the month of September while he started. Look that stat up. Patrick Mahomes has not thrown an interception in September games while he has been a starting quarterback. 10 games for the Kansas City Chiefs. So you're going to have 9 defenders. You might have 9 new defenders figuring out what the defense wants to be. That's a tough matchup. Either way go. You come back week 2 against the Texans. Come on now. We eating that game. You come back again, get some more home cooking. You got the Bears at home, 1 o'clock game. They got journeyman quarterbacks or other people playing for them, or they got Justin Fields. I'm at that point, I guarantee Andy Dalton or Nick Foles is still playing. You then go to week 4. You got the Minnesota Vikings at Minnesota. Now, let me tell you something. Minnesota got, Justin Jefferson is a monster. Adam Thielen. You know what they got in Dalvin Cook in the backfield. But let's be clear. Kevin Stefanski is back home. He's back playing against Kirk Cousins. And there's no way in this game Baker Mayfield is outdueled by Kirk Cousins. At Minnesota is a tough game. But at the end of the day, that's in a controlled environment up there. Our guys is on turf. We come out and we run what Minnesota used to run. That's a game that our backs get healthy. I see that game. Minnesota does not have the defense that they once have to be able to stop the weapons we got. I got the Browns in that one too. So either way you look at it, I believe the Browns are heavily favored in Houston, the Chicago Bears, and at Minnesota. Let's keep it going. 4:05 kickoff Sunday. That's at the Los Angeles Chargers. Once again, the team on the upstart. Justin Herbert, a guy, let's see what he's going to do in that second gear. Let's talk about what he's going to do in that second gear. Even if he comes out and they nice and they got Keenan Allen and they come out like game busters, the defense still needs some upgrades. I'm not going to take the LA Chargers and favor them over the Cleveland Browns, either way, shape, or form. It's not happening, even on the road. Weather's good, people moving around. I got the Cleveland Browns in that game. So you look after week 1, which is a toss-up. I think Vegas has the Chiefs -4, or the Browns are -4.5 on the road right now. So they -4.5. They're underdog in that game. But you take a look at these next games: Houston, the Bears, Minnesota, and the Chargers. You tell me if the Cleveland Browns ain't a squad that's looking at worst 4-1. You tell me if they ain't looking 4-1. Come on now. I love the way the schedule is looking. I love the way the schedule is looking so far. Let's get back to these comments. Let's see what people got to say. As always, want to thank everybody for being in the mix. Up to 61 people right now live, 61 people watching this live. If you do want to donate and support the show, we got 2 super chats down already in the building. 2 already in the building. 2 super chats already in the building. The goal is 20. We down. We got 18 more to go. If you don't even do super chat, you could definitely donate to the show, contribute to the barbershop, contribute to G Bush Live. You could donate on Cash App. Now, yes, Cash App at $GBush91. Thank you so much. And we do have something special that we want to let people know as well. Coming up, here's what I want to do before we get to the second half of this thing. Before we get to the second half, I want to announce something. People have come to me and always said, yo, G Bush, what's up with the gear and how the gear and what's up with the gear? I don't put stuff out unless I know that I can do it in a good way. And during the COVID process, I was working with one distributor and the wait times was just too long. The wait times was just way too long. I couldn't do what I wanted to do in terms of the wait times. And I wanted to make sure that we got the highest quality, the highest level of merchandise out to individuals. So I don't want to put my name behind something and it's not going to be up to snuff. So I've worked very hard and diligent on being able to produce this at a level where people will be proud of it. People will be, excited about the gear. And so I want to, present my commercial to you guys for the Barbershop clothing line. I'm going to show you guys, these is all 100% authentic. We talking about name brands that we are able to sponsor with Adidas, Under Armour, Nike. These are, your name brands, your household name brands. If I say, if I'm going to have the barbershop next to something, I want it to be on some top-notch quality. If I was going to look good playing football, I got to look good in real life. So I'm going to, without further ado, I'm going to definitely shout out my business partners and my mom and my dad for backing and helping me back my dream. I want to thank them so much. Without further ado, let's get into this commercial for the Barbershop merchandise. There we go. There we go, man. There we go. So as you can see, barbershop gear is available today at Squad Locker. You can check that out if you're on Twitter. The link is already posted on my Twitter. You can check that video out as well. And definitely, if you want to be added to the email list, so people know when new merchandise comes out. In the winter, we have jackets. In the winter, we have things like Nike coats, North Face. Those are all available to you. If you want to be notified when that stuff comes out, please just simply send me your email address, and I'll definitely put that on into the database, and that'll push out to your emails as well. I want to thank everybody for supporting the movement and everybody for cheering me on. You know, it takes a lot to come up with these concepts and to do these things independently. But at the end of the day, man, I keep grinding, I keep shining, I keep trying to do these things to push the envelope to show that, you know, sometimes you don't need a big machine. All you need is some grind, some effort, solid content, and people that'll support you or rock with you will continue to push you to your dreams. So I want to thank everybody for continuously always asking me, hey, where's your gear at? Hey, where can I get that hat? For me, it's easy sometimes to give up on your stuff, but other people who really believe in you will keep spawning you forward. And so I'm really so proud to be able to have my Barbershop logo standing beside a Nike, and something you could be proud of. Like, you could wear a Under Armour or Adidas, and it's authentic gear. And you're going to be having the quality of those things, and you'll be able to wear those and say, well, look, that's an Adidas hat. That's a Nike hat. Well, listen, that's the type of quality I want to get to. It took me a while, but we're here. So I want to thank you guys as well, man. Let's get back to the chat really quickly. I want to thank you, people out there, man. Jason Ross, thank you so much. What up, Triple OG? What's up, man? What's good, man? Let's see what else we got. This is your standard. You win good, you got to keep it up. You lose, you know where you need to be, and how you have to go through all season. Salute, man. Salute. That's definitely where we at. Let's continue to go along, and let's continue to get through some of these other games. Let's get to some of these other games. The next game on the schedule, Arizona Cardinals, week 6. You talk about Arizona, you come in that game. It's a 4:00 game. It's at Arizona. Now, traditionally, this to me is always a trap game for me. So, it's time to talk about these. And when you guys see the schedule, I want to know this for you guys as well. What are your potential trap games? What are your potential trap games on this schedule? And I'm going to hear that, and I'll read your comments. If you want to super chat, we can get your comment read immediately, and we can just go ahead and talk about those things. What are potential trap games for you? And when you look at this thing, the potential trap game for me is the Arizona Cardinals. And I wouldn't even call it the Arizona Cardinals. I think Arizona always plays Cleveland well. Even traditionally, when the Cardinals aren't very good, they're very difficult to beat out there in the desert. The Browns don't typically perform well out there. Kyler Murray can present some things as far as running around. They got AJ Green. They got JJ Watt. I call it the all-decade team in the 2010s. Anybody that was good in 2010, they got him. Larry Fitzgerald. They got guys like that. But when you have guys like that, and when you have individuals that can continue to work and continue to do those things, you have games where I think that can be a toss-up game. It could be a trap game. I believe the Browns are much more talented than they are. I believe the Browns are better coached than they are. I believe the Browns have the overall edge when it comes to position for position. Week 6, that's a game where I can see where you say, wow, the Cardinals kind of, came to play, and the Browns could potentially take a hiccup. But at the end of the day, the Browns got the most talent. I think that's the game for me that looks like that could be the first trap game on this schedule. Let's take a look at 8:20. This is a Thursday night game, 8:20 Thursday night football. It's a little difficult. So you're playing Sunday. You're already out on the West Coast. So now you're going to stay out there. Hopefully they stay out there. And then you're going to go to just go right to Denver. Week 7 at Denver, 8:20 start. Actually, to be truthful, this is not at Denver. This is actually in Cleveland. So this is going to be a Thursday night game in Cleveland. That should be lit. That should be definitely a joint that we looking forward to. I'll be doing a pregame for that one. That's definitely going to be a joint that might be lit. Browns got to win that one. I look at that Browns game, and you now I'm seeing it like, oh, them was 2 back-to-back. So I had that incorrectly. Sorry, chat. That's not at Arizona. Sorry. Arizona, home, week 6. Week number 7, you got Denver home again. Oh, no. Them is dubs. Unless somebody get hurt on a short week, them is dubs. I got them both as dubs. Week 6 and week 7, look at the way this schedule is turning out. Ooh-wee. Let me talk to you a little bit. I'm a little bit, y'all, for real? Am I getting cocky a little bit? It's late. I got a couple jobs. I might have not been reading this schedule correctly. So let me get this right, chat. You got Arizona at home. You come back week 7, you got Denver at the crib. Then you got the first Steelers game, 1 p.m., week 8, at the crib. Come on now. Come on, chat. Come on. The Browns is favored in all of those. The Browns are favored in all of those. And I haven't even got to week number 9. Week number 9 at Cincinnati, at the Natty, they favored in that one too. They don't even really get tough until week 10. They not even tough till week 10. And that's at New England. Now, who knows what's going to be happening with Cam Newton up there? Mac Jones might be playing by then. So bring it. So you got at Patriots, there's Bill Belichick, whoever's at quarterback. You come back week 11. You got the Lions at home. That's a dub. You don't even have, hold on. I purposely didn't look at this beforehand just to get the real reaction. See, just to look at the real reaction. You telling me you got at the Ravens. So if you lose that game in week 12, you can come back and figure out what you had and what you needed to do against the Ravens. You got to bye week 13. You come back and play the Ravens again at home to potentially correct what you did, to potentially correct how you moved and getting that game won on the road. But if you come out here and touch the Ravens, if you win at Baltimore on Sunday Night Football in prime time, you win then, you can go into the offseason feeling good. If you can go into that bye week, you can get guys healthy. You got time to get them back ready to go. Then you got the Ravens again after the bye week, week 14. And now you can potentially get them off the sticks. That's an elimination game. That's an elimination game in the division when it comes to pecking order in the division. That's an elimination game. When you look at Baltimore, week 13 bye versus Baltimore, week 14. That's it. That's where we at with it. Those games right there means you can get somebody out here early. That can hand you the division right there. Get them off the sticks and you ready to go. You got a week to prepare for them. You got a week to get better. You got a week to throw another wrinkle in. You got another week to get some healthy guys back. Come on now. I'm going to stop right there. Let's get back to these comments, though. Let's see what we got, man. Tell you what. Mark Kahn says, once again, I'm all in the Browns against KC. They will exercise the demons of a win on the opening game to get rid of the winning in Heinz Field last year. I'll tell you what, I'm all in for them. I'm all in terms of that gaming. But here's the thing, and I'm going to ask you this too, Mark. If you start off and you win that game against Kansas City on the road, the team is going to be have out here with the highest levels of expectation. The team is going to come with such a influx of just confidence after that game. I'm going down the list of the schedule, and you tell me when I'm listening to this schedule and I'm reading these games off, where the Browns are going to be a team that is not favored to win this game. Let's go. Let's continue to go. I appreciate the super chat as always. You always continuously support me. I thank you so much. That's 17. 17 right there, 16 to go. Let's talk to my man. Let's get to him. Man, Jeffrey Jones, man. I appreciate you. Best show in the land. G. Bush, Brownstown, you're one of the best. Keep bringing that fire. I want to thank you, man. I want to thank you for continue to support that. You know what I'm saying? I always say, like, this is, this is the pinnacle. I look at this as a pleasure. I look at this as something that people should be excited to do. This is a year. If you guys are coming on in, talking about the Browns 2021 schedule. If you want to come in and you want to support, you could donate at Cash App, $GBush91 or on Super Chat. Or you ain't even got, listen, if you ain't even doing that, if you want to come in and you want to support, here's how you do it. Like, retweet, share. You don't even got to, people can offer things besides monetary. They can put out good vibes. They can go and let people know. Let your people know. Let them know, hey, man, there's a great podcast, man. There's a great live that I want you to look at, man. This dude named G. Bush, man, I think you like it. Even if you're doing that, that's donating to the cause. That's something and that word of mouth type advertising to me is worth its weight in gold. You just liking and just sharing it and making sure that people can see my content. I appreciate everything, every little thing that you do, every little thing that you guys talk about. B Skrills, that Detroit game definitely should be a hand over fist win. It's a couple of them. Let's see what we see. Cleveland BCL says, I was at last Denver Cleveland Thursday night game, Brady Quinn's debut. Ooh, that was trash. Ooh, that ain't a good look. No, that's terrible. I'll tell you what. Yeah, that ain't a good look. Let's keep this moving. Let's take a look. Let's take a look here. That's where we end up. And I had this earlier. Where is your most intriguing games? Those two games to me at Baltimore, week 12, you got the bye week, and then you got Baltimore in week 14. To me, is where we at. Because then that's an elimination game. Y'all can't, whoever loses the first game, y'all can't lose two games. You can't do that back-to-back weeks. But the Browns are positioned because what they're going to be able to do is they're going to be able to prepare for another extra week, which helps them out. Let's go ahead. Las Vegas Raiders is to be determined. That game is a week 15. And then here's a great one. That game to me is a toss-up. The Raiders always, for some reason, play the Browns well. I'll never forget when they got screwed, though, when they was up at Oakland. That whole first down fiasco, that was just ridiculous. For me, when you look at this Raiders game, that's another one of them teams that I just, the Raiders and the Cardinals, Browns really never play well against them. The Patriots is another team like that. Now, this game, the next week, week 16, at Green Bay, that's another barometer game. If you would fully expect Aaron Rodgers to be in a Green Bay Packer uniform, this is different. If you think that Aaron Rodgers is in that Packers uniform, then the outcome of the game could be totally different. At Green Bay, this is a Saturday game, 4:30 kickoff, and think about this, people. The Cleveland Browns are on Christmas Day, man. Bro, come on, man. This can't y'all there ain't. Hold on. And I do this live, right? And sometimes when I do the lives, I don't have purview to what people talk about on the radio. So when this got leaked a little bit, I was listening to the radio. I was listening kind of a little bit to the television and looking at Twitter and some stuff. And I was trying to see what the temperature was on people being excited about the Browns playing on Christmas Day. You got to understand something, man. This to me is almost like a kid in a candy store, like all time, like one of my biggest dreams come true. Like, do you understand the gravity of what that is? I just enjoyed it so much when LeBron and the Cavs was playing on Christmas Day. And I was just like, dang, bro, LeBron just left again. We ain't never going to be on TV Christmas Day again, ever. Like the NBA was just like a thing. The Cavs Warriors Christmas Day games was just lit. I remember Kyrie hitting that turnaround jumper on Klay Thompson. But, I'm sitting there thinking like, man, how great was it when you sitting around and you preparing and it's night before Christmas, you wrapping up presents for people. You may be sitting around watching old school Frosty the Snowman and you like, it's going to be crazy. I'm going to go to my mom's, my parents, my in-laws. We're going to open presents. We're going to play some games. And then I'm going to kick back and then I got the Cavs on. I'm gonna watch my team. Do you understand how lit this is? Do you understand the gravity of having one of the most iconic teams in the Green Bay Packers, one of the most iconic fields in Lambeau Field, and you got the Cleveland Browns during the midst of a resurgence, the Cleveland Browns in the midst of coming from the depths, rising like the Phoenix. And now we good and we got a potential to that game at the end of the year could be a potential game to say who has playoff implications or first round bye or home field advantage throughout. And you got Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, and you got the Cleveland Browns and the Packers, two of the flagship organizations in this game, and they on Christmas Day. Come on, man. I ain't hearing enough energy in people's voice. I ain't hearing enough uproar about this. I ain't hearing enough people being like, "Are you serious?" Listen, man, y'all can call me a fan if you want, man. I done took my butt whoopings fair and square for the last 39 years. If you think that it's corny because I'm excited that we on Christmas Day playing football games and it's the Browns, man, come on, man. Y'all crazy. Y'all is crazy out here, bro. Y'all got to understand at Lambeau. Thank you, Bam Bam Bigelow. That's at Lambeau. The Christmas Golden. Hey, listen, that Christmas comeback versus Gold State, Jefferson slamming that one. That was crazy. I mean, the Cavs games used to be lit back in the day. Listen, man. Mark Lewis Jr. says, G. Bush, love the show. I've been watching and listening for a long time, consistently since you've been on the radio waves. I've been telling people about your station, but I've never had my comment read. There you go, my G. Ask it shall be given unto you. Nah, I won't play too much. But listen, hey, Mark, I'm tell you what. Thank you so much for those that do that. Thank you so much for the people that's behind the scenes just showing love. Because to be truthful, like I laugh and joke, I'm a weekend dude. I said, man, y'all show me so much love and support. Y'all make the weekend look hot. People just be like, I'm a part-time dude. Y'all show me so much love. That didn't make it feel like I'm full-time. You can't, they throw little polls up and be like, yo, who's the best in the city? I'll be like, bro, I do 4 hours a week, sometimes like 6 during football season. What are y'all talking about? I ain't in that mix. And y'all people will throw my name in there, and that's just humbling, man. That's just humbling, man. It's a lot of different things that, make me emotional about the game. This is one of them, man. This is one of them, man. I so appreciate that, man. I'll tell you what. Cleveland versus Green Bay tickets starting at $236. 236. I can't call. Hey, listen, but here's the thing. Let me throw my banner up here too. Y'all been looking at my show notes too much. Y'all looking at my show notes too much. Look and see what I'm talking about. Y'all know me now. I like when people was on top of their game. You on top of your game, ain't you, man? 236. What games would you pick if you could only see one game? Throw that in the chat for me. One game. If you can only see one game this year, if they say, yo, you can watch one game, it could be live or on TV, which one of these games would it be? You just sparked something right there. 236 for the tickets. And I'm going to tell you what, people are going to pay it too. People going to pay that. Think about it. We've been cooped up in the house all year. We ain't got to see nothing live. The Browns beat the Steelers. We won a playoff game. We got one of the best rosters in the history of the Cleveland Browns organization. And we couldn't even go to the stadium. I was salty. I do the Browns tailgate show. I was ecstatic about getting out there doing the Browns pregame show, seeing all the pageantry, the drums, the smells, the sights. I was salty when that couldn't happen. Now we got the opportunity to come back this year with a better roster. You got your quarterback now. Your coach is head coach of the year. Your front office keep going to get ball players, not the janky promoter cats. We're going to get players that we know of, name brands. Our 4th, 5th, 6th rounders went to school somewhere. No more of the days where we're getting Division III guys and you're like, who is this guy? You drafted him in the 3rd round? No more of that. We now getting guys that contributed, guys that we followed in college, guys that got upside, that guys that played in big time programs. We are now getting those individuals. That's the type of team we got. So when you see price tags like 236 is nothing. I guarantee if the Browns and Packers is good, that game is one of the. I just want to understand. Y'all know what the colors is looking like. That is so old school. That's so nostalgic. That's so necessary right now. That is, I've been meaning to finish out the schedule. I promise I'll get to the rest of the schedule. But I keep saying Christmas Eve, Lambeau, Brett Favre, the ghost of Lombardi himself, Otto Graham. You know what that montage is going to look like before the game? That montage might not even be in color. You're just going to see stills of just Marion Motley and just, come on, man. I'm just sorry. I don't want to get my Costas on. I don't want to get my Bob Costas on, but I'm all about that. Boy, I tell you what, man, I'm just excited. I'm excited. This schedule is looking lit, and the Browns are favorite in a lot of these games. You come back off that game. Now you got Pittsburgh at home, week 17. We ain't playing Pittsburgh the last game of the season. We got them the second to the last game of the year. This game, it might be pivotal. The Pittsburgh Steelers, I think they're going to hover around 8-9 wins, maybe. They may hover around that low, that total. So this game, week 17, they're going to need every bit of this game. They're going to need every bit of this game. And it's at Pittsburgh. This is a Monday night game. So understand what we're talking about here. Understand what we're talking about. So starting in week 12 at Baltimore, that's a Sunday night game. Prime time. You got a bye week. You come back. You got the Baltimore Ravens at 1 o'clock. That Las Vegas Raiders, that to be determined, they trying to flex the heck out of that. They just letting you know, let the Raiders be half good. That to be determined week 15 says, let the Raiders be in contention. They were in contention all the way through the end of 2020. I wouldn't expect anything to be different. I like their roster, but they sending notes. They trying to flex that game too. At Green Bay Saturday in week 16, 4:30 start. Monday, listen, that is a Christmas Day joint. We just talked about that. You come back again, week 17 at Pittsburgh. That's a Monday night football game. You back on national television Monday night. And then you're going to end the season with Cincinnati. You're going to end the season with Cincinnati. If you need something that game, if you need to, and I'm not saying by any stretch of the imagination or Cincinnati Bengals a layup, but if you need home field advantage, if you need seating, if you need positioning, if you have something to play for or fight for, you want a team like the Bengals the last week, not the Steelers. You want the Bengals the last week, not the Raiders. You want the Bengals the last week and not the Ravens. If they're going to give us that divisional game, and we've been getting towards the end of the season, a lot of Steelers matchups. Now we get that Bengals matchup, week 18. It's a 1 o'clock game. That's a game, if you need to have it, you can bank that. So as I look down this schedule, and we recap and we take a look at the 2021-2022 Browns schedule, and make sure if you guys are just coming in, if you're watching on Twitter, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you hit the like wherever you at to help this this content get shown to people all across Browns Nation. In recapping 2021 schedule, we got a week 1 doozy with Kansas City, but you tell me how you feel about this. As we go down the list, rapid fire. I like my chances with Houston at home. I like my chances with Chicago at home, week 3. At Minnesota, week 4. I like my chances. At Los Angeles Chargers, the way that breaks out there, week 5, like it. You didn't get the Cardinals home, the Broncos home. I love it. You don't even have to play the Steelers till week 8. and you get them first at the house. You double up and come right back with an AFC North opponent in Cincinnati. That's on the road. I like you there too. So in the first 9 weeks, it's the only toss-up I see right there is the Kansas City game in the first game. Let's get to New England. That could be a trap game, depending on who's at quarterback at that time. New England could be rocking and rolling, or they could play a rookie quarterback, and that looks different. But I still got the Browns at New England. Detroit Lions, week 11, home. I like that too. You tell me. I'm just asking you. Week 1 through week 11, I don't see no game busters. I don't see nothing that I'm scared about, like I'm trembling. I see the Browns roster is better than everybody up there, except for it could be a wash with the Chiefs. But anybody else, week 11, love the Browns. At Baltimore, Thursday night football, week 12, it's one of them games. Browns got to go prove it. It's one of them games. Browns got to go prove it. They scared? Hell no. The next week, week 13, is when you get your bye. You come back at home against the Ravens. I'm going to just tell you right now, you got to protect home. Browns got to get that one. And I think they get that one. It's up to the Ravens to get one of these other. They got to get that first one. This is like basketball now. This is like this basketball. You got to protect home court. You know, they did what they were supposed to do when they're at home. So we looking to jockey and put ourselves in position to get that first round bye. Let's go out after that. You got to be determined against the Raiders. I think that's another trap game a little bit. That's a difficult game. The Raiders always play the Browns tough, just like the Cardinals do. That's another one. But do the Browns have more talent? Yes. And it's at home. You got to get it. Got to get it. I'm just saying you got to get it. Packers game is a toss-up. I throw that in the same. That's a barometer game. Packers is a Super Bowl contender. Kansas City is a Super Bowl contender. That's a barometer game. That's, it's one of those things. Toss up. Pittsburgh Steelers, week 17. We at Pittsburgh there. That's a tough game because it's on a Monday night. And Pittsburgh is at home. That's one of the things that, they're not going to give you that game. But we've got the Heinz Field monkey off our back, so to speak. If they come out and just win that game, we'll see. But how's Big Ben's arm during the end of the season? Is he still struggling and limping to throw the ball over 4 or 5 yards? What did the offensive line look? Can they get pressure? We're going to find out and see what's that. But I like the Browns in that one. And then Cincinnati at home, week 18. If we need it, we can get that. That is your 2021-2022 Browns. That is their schedule. 75 people right now listening in the chat. We are over just a little bit under an hour here to go. We're going to get some of your compliments, and we're going to get some of your it could be negative. It ain't got to be compliments, right? You can just be like, I'm terrible. But we'll get some of your thoughts on the schedule and getting that. And when you watch this back, please like and subscribe to the channel as well. Let's get it. Let's go to Marcus Lawrence. Let's do that. He says Browns versus Packers Super Bowl 57 preview on Christmas. Wow. Right? Dennis Wilkerson. That's the game of the that game of the year last season was intense all the way through. I'm guessing you talk about the Chiefs game, and that was all the way through there. John Smith says Charger. 10 of the fellas are booking tickets tonight and tomorrow. Let's go. If you got one game you want to go to, you want to see, which game you trying to see? My man John Smith says it's the Chargers game, man. Marcus Lawrence says 236. Yeah, that's crazy. Browns versus Ravens. Herdman Jackson. Of course you going to go see it. You a dirty bird. You know you going to go represent your squad, Herman. Come on now. And I would have to pay 236 for a ticket. We know you would too. You got the phone posits. You buying all kind of colorful Air Force Ones. You know good well. You gonna pay it. Listen, Paul Brown versus Vince Lombardi. I hear you, bro. I hear you, man. Shout out to the OG Central State stand up. My man James Hall in the building. He says, man, Browns have a good chance of winning the whole damn thing. You show you right. Show you right. This it. This one of the best chances you done seen. And you done been out here a while. You know, there's a lot of people that's been down with the Browns 10 toes for a long period of time. My man B Slick says, got tickets to the Cardinals Browns game, Super Bowl expansion or Super Bowl expensive, but we can't wait. Hey, them Cardinals, I would go to that game too. If you got tickets, let me know when you got tickets too. You got some tickets out there. If you got tickets to the game, let me know where you at. Dennis Wilkerson. Bro, we lost to the Jets at the end of the season, and I called it weeks before it happened. I said, watch us beat the Giants and lose to the Jets, and we did. Hopefully we can. The end of the season is tricky because I always said this when you're playing a schedule game. When you're doing a set schedule game, you don't know who's going to be dope and who's going to be fly. You don't know who's going to be there, right? You don't know. You don't really know who's going to be injured, what quarterbacks, what people's going to be doing stuff in the preseason. All of those things are really big things that you don't really know, and you really can't and you really gauge in terms of what's going on with that. So that's a big thing at the end of the year and predicting what you're going to do. My man, Mamoni 90 says Browns are sweeping the AFC North. You book it, Tim? Book it, Tim. That's tough. You talking spicy. You know we got to you spicy today, Tim. You talk. I feel you. He skipped. Tap King says. Tap King says he skipped Super Bowl 56. Yeah, you're right. Super Bowl 56. He did say. Here's what. And here's so I do got before I want to go. I do have an announcement that I do want to make. You know, I wanted to do something for those individuals who have donated to me, so much over the last, I would say year or so, helping me be able to do this live, right? And so what I wanted to do is, commemorating what's going on with the barbershop, in the gear, I want to give the top 3 donors, individuals who have donated the most. I wanted to give something back and just show my appreciation for what you guys have done. I'm going to send these 3 individuals. I'm going to get their email address. So if you're watching this, hit me on Twitter at gbush91. DM me your email address, or you can hit me at gbush9501@gmail.com. Hit me up. Send me your information for this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them out the first commemorative barbershop hats and gear. I'm going to send them out a hat, and I'm going to thank you for supporting me. And the first person we're going to send that to is William Wise. Shout out to William Wise. He's usually supported me on Super Chat, supported me so long on this channel. And I want to just do something for those who have helped me and continue to Super Chat and do so. The second individual that I'm going to send the barbershop commemorative gear to. They've been rocking with me for so long. Mark Kahn, I'm going to send you out a barbershop hat. We're going to get to you, and trust and believe it will be either Nike, it will either be Adidas, or it will be Under Armour, name brand. You'll get that, and it's just to show my appreciation. And I want to thank you so much for, helping me and doing that and basically showing me love on these channels. And the last person that I'm going to send something to, they've done been one of those people that have contributed and continue to show me love on Super Chat, and have done a lot of great things for my channel. And it's a little of everything on YouTube. So a little of everything on YouTube. Thank you so much for contributing. And I want to say that tomorrow, when we start our live, anybody that donates or does a Super Chat, your name will be entered into a drawing. And I'm going to give, for every $1 you give, I'm going to get you in the raffle. You'll get a raffle ticket, and I'm going to give away 3 more hats tomorrow. 3 more hats tomorrow. So we just gave away 3 today. I'm going to give 3 more This is courtesy of the Barbershop, and it's just to thank you guys for supporting my channel, and thank you so much for what you've done so far, and I salute to you guys as well. We're going to get 80 people in here still doing their thing. Really quickly before we go, let's do a roll call. I like to do a roll call and get that energy out, ready to go. Let's do a roll call. Those individuals who think the Browns got a good chance at this schedule, give me that schedule count. Let's do the schedule count one time for them. Let them understand. Let's do the schedule count one time for them. Make sure you like and share this, but let's do the schedule time one time for them. What is your record that you got the Browns going this year? And I'm looking at it. I can count mine up. You know, I got the Browns. If it's, you know, how many games we got? Man, let me count them up. I'm going to just say, even if we lose to Kansas City and be nice, I got the Browns already 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got them 9-1 going into the to New England. I got them 9-1. Say they slip and they lose to the Patriots on the road. It's 9-2. I got them winning, coming back against Detroit, 10. Say they lose at Baltimore. They're now 10-3. They come back after the bye week, 11-3. You got the Raiders. I'm chalking that up. That's 12-3. If you lose to the Packers, 12-4, 13-14. I got the Browns being, what is it, 13-4? I got them being 13-4. And that's giving games away at the Chiefs, giving games in terms of losing to the Patriots, a game losing to the Baltimore Ravens on the road, and losing to the Packers. I got them 4. The only other game I could foresee them maybe slipping up is if they lose a game at Minnesota, which I don't think they'll lose that early in the season, or a game at the end of the year against the Raiders. Other than that, I got them splitting with Baltimore. And if they come out better than that, and they have all the capabilities of beating the Chiefs and the Packers. So when you do that and you look at that, that's where I got them. So let's get it really quickly. Let's continue to move on, man. Continue to move on. My man. Rob Cunningham says, I'm nervous. Need to see the camp and health. High expectation this year. Hey, you know what? I totally agree with you. We shouldn't be out here thinking that it's going to be easy and it's going to be light. There's going to be a major injury to one of our superstars. That just is what it is. But when you look at it and you just look at it strictly on paper, do they got to go win it? Sure they do. Do they got to go out there and get it done? Sure they do. However, when you look at what they got in the holster and what they got going, I'll tell you what, they got a chance every single week. Every single week. My man, Chubba Wubba Hub, I think that's how you say it, 24 says, Browns blow the Chiefs out week 1. You know how this might turn into a college town, so they blow the Chiefs out. Browns versus Bill AFC Championship game, Marcus Lawrence, that might be a thing. That might be a thing. Hey, John, 20-0. I feel you, bro. That's how, we'll taper that expectation down as we get through the season. But right now, as the schedule comes, I'm taking it. We lit 20-0. We're making up for them expectations for 2019. You damn right we is. Dearness Johnson can run. Man, look, bro, I'll tell you what. In closing with this, I do want to just say this. This is going to be a great ride, right? I do want to throw some stuff out there. The first part of the season, it might be a little shaky in terms of what the defense can do. I think we all need to be, temper our expectations a little bit in terms of what you're going to see dominance. But at the same time, don't be afraid to embrace being good. Don't be afraid to embrace and sometimes say, we got what we think we got, and stand on that. and just continue to stand on that. The Browns right now got the on paper, and we know paper ain't worth the ink that it's printed with. But right now, when you take a look at what the Browns are and what they have, there is not a team that they're going to be on the schedule that they walk on the field with that they should be ever intimidated with in terms of, can we compete man for man, coach for coach, skill for skill, speed for speed, strength for strength. The Browns have all that. They have all that. All they got to do is come together and figure out that we can get it done. And the scary part about this is people will hedge their bet against Kansas City. People will hedge their bet against people like the Packers. But I've seen teams like Golden State and the Chicago Bulls and teams that weren't even good until they were good, right? This is going to be a year, trust me. This may be a year where the Cleveland Browns come out and they are all-time effective on certain aspects of this game. And the national media will tell you, wait till the other shoe drops. Wait till the other shoe drops. You guys are excited now, but you can't do this when you play this team and it happens. Oh, you can't continue up that pace because, you're just burnt out because of this will happen. That doesn't necessarily have to be true. I've seen the Golden State Warriors shoot threes a whole year and win 80 games damn near. And that's just because they was that good at what they did. The Cleveland Browns might be that good at what they do that you know what they're going to do in offense. You just can't do nothing about it. They got too many people. Plays is too scripted. Too much talent. So during the season, live in the moment and enjoy that. This ain't participation awards. We need to run the score up a few times. If we get a couple people down, we need to embarrass them. And guess what? It's payback on the Steelers. Remember how they used to embarrass us at the end of the year? Remember how they used to toy around with us? Remember how they used to play around with our emotions? Come to our stadium waving the terrible towels? Remember how they used to do that to us? Remember how they used to retire our quarterbacks? Remember how they used to put our dudes up out of the game? Hey, payback ain't robbery, bro. I'm not going to sit up here and cry because of the end of Ben Roethlisberger's career and he can't throw the ball downfield. I'm sorry. But sometimes you got to retire people. Maybe he was not aware of what we was trying to tell him last year. The jig's up. Maybe you weren't aware, Big Ben, that we were trying to tell you. You might want to go ahead and hang it up, homie. Ride out on that steed. You know what I'm saying? Slip out of town. Back in the day. Back in the old Westerns. If you didn't want to do that showdown at high noon, you know what they used to tell each other when they was drinking wild turkey or some sort of bourbon out of a canteen. They go up to each other and be like, if you knew what's smart for you, you go ahead and get out of town. That you gave him an opportunity to get that satchel, put it over the back of his horse, and go ahead and quietly ride up out of town. But you didn't do that. So we got an opportunity. You're gonna have to deal with the ramifications. And the ramifications are we got monsters defensively, and we about to put that heat on you. Hey, Lamar Jackson, I hope you're working on your passing game. That's all I'm saying. You got the MVP. You got it. I can't take that away from you. But we've upgraded. We've done some things only for you and Patrick Mahomes. We'll be waiting. We'll be waiting. That's all we saying. We ain't chalking wins up, but the humble Browns fan is no longer. Start wearing your gear. I know they ain't got bars no more, but start wearing that gear now because we lit. And as always, don't you forget, it is a Browns country. The Browns are America's team. It's no longer the Cowboys. The Browns are America's team. And if you don't know that, go watch every single channel and every single bottom line. It's a story about the Browns. Are the Browns for real? Are the Browns trading Baker? Is Odell moving? What are they going to do? I don't know. Are the Browns for real? Do you think they're good? Do you think they got too many TV games? Just remember, we America's team now. And if they ain't talking about you at all, that means you ain't lit. peace, love, and soul.